The result wasn't there, but all told, do you think this was a step toward what this team could
I don't
be?
like moral victories, but I just thought that's what we can be, at least for three quarters. Thought we kind of, ran out of gas a little bit. Didn't get a lot of help tonight from our bench, so we extended minutes. It's funny, like Giannis and Dame, we were talking about like using minutes anyway. We had 2 days off almost as a conditioner. I know that sounds nuts, but it kind of worked out in our favor.
Speaking of the bench, Payton Pritchard, 28 points.
Yeah.
So what happened there? Was how was he able to make that much of a difference?
Payton Pritchard happened. No, honestly, it's so funny. It's not. But this morning, I literally circled his name. I was like, this guy comes in and he's the game changer. I don't know if you remember last year, we had a 6-point lead. He came in and changed the whole game. He did it again tonight. He got their three-ball going because we had kept him off the three line for the most part. We loved how we were defending, channeling them inside. We just didn't think they could make enough twos. But when you do that and you give up some layups, you cannot give up threes. And I thought he started, and then in the third, in the early fourth, they got loose with three-point shots, and that hurt us. I thought that changed the game.
I think you guys are up 75-72 about halfway through the third quarter.
Yeah.
Minute into the fourth quarter, you're down, I don't even know, 95-82.
Yeah, quick.
You've scored 7 points.
Yeah,
in
we
those
didn't
7
score.
minutes.
I thought we stopped. I thought we had a great job of keeping the floor spread. And then all of a sudden we stopped doing it. We got tight. They started doubling. We didn't handle that very well. So great film for us to watch.
I know we've talked about Bobby and bench units being a guy that you can lean on. When he's in there with Damien Giannis, do you feel differently about post-ups for him in those minutes?
I don't. I just thought Bobby got sped up tonight, got into it with somebody. And, he has those games every once in a while. I love him because he's emotional. But there's nights that can get the better of him. But overall, Brooke was phenomenal tonight, and so we wanted to extend his minutes.
Just with Brooke, what are you seeing from him defensively?
He's been great, just with his hands at the basket. I love every time a small guy went on, last year he'd have been standing out at the three. Tonight, every time a small guy, I thought we missed him at least 5 times where, guys on pick and rolls, he ducked in. And, we showed it at halftime where he's ducking in with Tatum. That ball has to go down there. And we got to train our eyes to do that better.
Still early, obviously, but 3 games losing streak. How do you approach or try to get the guys through this stretch? To sort of
I think we're actually not. I mean, we want to win every game, but I don't think there's anything like, we played 2 horrible games, and there's no excuse for that. But it happens. I thought we played relatively well, but we couldn't sustain it tonight. But I think our guys like where we're going.
How important is it for Damien to kind of have these defensive efforts where he's going to fight over screens? And
it's huge. I mean, as we always say, and Dame's doing it. When you say like ring on 3, you gotta do ring things, and Dame is doing that. I thought he competed the entire night defensively. I thought he was there. They were spent, and I kept him out on the floor. I just thought this is a great time to do this.
Coach, you mentioned you circled Payton's name before the game. What is it that makes him that kind
He's
of
just
special
tough. He's just tough. Little tough dude, He's that little, pest that just gets under everybody's skin. He keeps coming, gritty, smart, but he's talented. He shoots the hell out of the ball. He's got a knack for like stripping guys on rebounds. I mean, he knows how to play basketball. He's perfect for that team.
Doc, what was going through your mind in the moment of that Pritchard buzzer beater? Just because, your reactions kind of.
Yeah, well, we walked over it. We had to challenge them to the middle. We talked about it this morning. At the end of a quarter, he always tries to break off right. We went over that, and so it wasn't a Pritchard reaction. It's more my reaction that this is something we covered, and we were there, and we let him go right. Right when he went right, I didn't know if it was going to go in. I just didn't think good things were about to happen, and it didn't.
7 turnovers from GA tonight. Just
Yeah.
what do you kind of see in those post moments? I know there's probably some good with some bad, but just
Yeah.
what do you see there?
Just that, they're coming and they're trapping. We tried to squeeze too many passes. The corners were the places. Look, the game came down to, if you look at the 8 for 31 threes, I mean, we missed some point-blank threes by our great shooters. And on most nights, we feel really good about those shots. But tonight, they just didn't go in. We'll tell our guys, you got to keep making those passes because they were great passes to our shooters, and they just didn't fall tonight. So you live with that.
You've mentioned the math problem a couple of times. Just how many they get up versus how many you get up. Is the number of attempts at the end of the day, if you guys play the Celtics again, are you okay with kind of where they ended up?
I don't mind where they ended up. 47. I minded that they have an 18, because in the first half it was perfect. We had them down, and then they got hot. We never made any. So I don't mind our 31. I thought we should have had about 40 tonight, that we missed some in the fourth quarter where we took contested twos, where we had guys for threes. But, yeah, I didn't mind the math tonight at all.